Alright, welcome to Susquehanna River Goblins. This is Adam, again, playing Modern this time. We've been playing Limited, we're going to switch it up a little bit. We're going to play in a Modern competitive league. Because, I don't know, I'm getting tired of drafting. We're going to do this. Okay. So, quick notes about the deck. We're playing Grixis Delver, which is sort of... Admittedly, it's probably not as good as Grixis Death Shadow, but I don't want to spend the money to switch over to something that's marginally better. But I mean, it's a very similar play style. So let's see. We got standard Delver, Serum Visions, Thought Scours, Bolts. A lot of people have 3 Fatal Push. That might be correct. I'm not sure yet. I have a Terminate over Fatal Push, and I have a Dread Boar here. I like the Miser's Dread Boar. There's a lot of random Planeswalkers with the 3-mana Liliana, the Last Hope, and the other Liliana that you can just... Normally you don't have any answers to. Like, sometimes people resolve like Ashiok against this deck or something, and you just can't kill it. Having a random Dread Boar as an out seems fine, and most of the time it's just the same as a Terminate. Some people have a 3rd Spell Snare. The counter package ranges from 2 Spell Snares and 2 Mana Leaks to 3 of each to remands. Most people don't like remand anymore. And I have a random Deprive because I just like Deprive. I think it's fine. I don't know. Nobody else does, so I could just be wrong. Everybody just has 4 Snapcaster Mages now. Some people do not like Pyromancer. I tend to agree. Since Gitaxian Probe was banned, Pyromancer did get a lot worse, but I think it still has the potential to just take over a game, so I just cut it for the 4th Snapcaster Mage. And some people have like Vendilion Click, and I saw a list with 4 Monastery Swift Spear, so I don't know, I could switch over to the Swift Spear version pretty easily. Not sure if I like Click. I don't know, I guess I do like Click too, but... already talked about Dreadbore. A lot of people don't have Electrolyze anymore. I still like the random Electrolyze. Murderous Cut as a 1-of. Can't just have mono Dreadbores and Terminates. Sometimes you want to kill something with just a back. Pretty much everybody has the 3 Tassiger, 1 Gurmag Angler plan, and I was on 2 Gurmag, 2 Tassiger for a long time, and then I just sort of... Sometimes the 1 extra Delve is really relevant when you don't have Gitaxian Probes. I think that's what it is that you just have 1 less card in your graveyard most games, and it's just sort of relevant, honestly. But I think if like there's a lower to the ground version of this deck, then I think you can play a Gurmag Angler over a Tassiger. I do like the 5/5 over the 4/5 a lot of the time. Our mana base is kind of weird. We have 3 islands and 7 fetches, and an extra Watery Grave, and an island over the 2 Scalding Tarns that we would normally have. I just don't have 4 Scalding Tarns, and I don't feel like spending that money. So here we are. We got this. I could put in Bloodstained Mire over Watery Grave or over Island. But I struggle to justify adding that many fetches when we do have a Blood Moon in the sideboard. 2 Blood Moons in the sideboard. So I like the basics, and fetches are pretty much our worst cards. I like having 2 Watery Graves because I run into a lot of situations where I want to Fatal Push something and then cast another black spell. And I just think it's correct to have a 2nd Watery Grave in the deck so that you can get a 2nd black source with fetching. I don't know. Because you don't always have the correct fetch for the swamp. Sideboard has a lot of really stock stuff. There's some things that are pretty much, I think every list has, like some number of Dispels and a Counter Squall. A lot of people have Painful Truths now. And 2 Surgicals is pretty standard. 1's Engineered Explosives. At least 1 is its Static Caster is pretty standard. Most people do. I don't think people have Blood Moon as much anymore. That's not as common. I still like Blood Moons. They're fine. Some people have Thoughtseize. I've I've come around to the Thoughtseize and the sideboard plan. Still don't like it main deck. But it does solve some things that you cannot solve, like Wormcoil engines and stuff like that. Sometimes you just need to have a Thoughtseize in your deck to deal with some cards. I have a Crumble to Dust. Say what you want to go about Crumble to Dust. I'm not going to buy a Fulminator Mage. There's a 1-of in the sideboard. It's not great. I think the Tron matchup is kind of bad with this deck now. It just does not feel good. So that's why we have a Ceremonious Rejection in the sideboard too, for that crazy Tron matchup. We also have a Collective Brutality, mostly for burn, honestly. There's not a lot of combo floating around with the Death Shadow decks. So it's mostly just for burn, and like it's possible that we don't have enough burn sideboard now. Simply because we should have a second Collective Brutality somewhere, or a third one, because we have one in the main. The burn matchup feels worse than it used to. I think that's everything. Yep. Okay. Alright, so let's get going here. I really wish there was a way to not have all this negative space here. I mean, I could make this bigger, but then you can't see all the lightning bolts and the lands. Alright. What are we playing against? I guess chat window can be that size. It's okay. This is a Snap Keep. We have turn 2 Tasigur. We have a Fail Questionnaire Counter Magic. That's absolutely fantastic. I think we're going to fetch Shock the Steam Vents and then Thought Scour. That just seems correct. Not sure what our opponent's doing. Botanical Sanctum. I've never even heard of this card. Artifacts and lands enter the battlefield tapped. This is a mirrored effect. So our fetch lands just get really bad for this. That's a nutty card. I'm about to get cheesed really hard. Oh, man. Oh, jeez. Wow. We're basically starting the game 2 turns late because of that card. I don't know what our opponent's plan is, because that happens for them too. I don't know how they make this super good for them. They play Amulet. Oh my god! Oh my god! This is the cheesiest deck I've ever seen! I'm excited to get blown out by this Root Maze deck. Holy crap. What? Oh, God. We still have no mana. Look at this. We're going to get a tapped Steam Vents. Jeez. We're going to cast Tasigur turn 3, I guess. But still, Sakura Tribe Elder. What the heck? I have to commend my opponent's Amulet Titan deck with Root Maze. He only kept the 1-lander, so that tells me we might be in for an actual game. But holy crap, dude. Oh, we're not going to be able to cast Tasigur next turn. Jeez, Root Maze. We're going to keep Deprive up. Deprive is actually like really good against this deck normally, but now that we have to bounce a land that is going to come back tapped, I feel pretty bad about it. He doesn't have any lands, right? That's just what this means. I'm inclined to push this guy anyway. There's not going to be any other targets for it. I might as well do it now. We're definitely going to Thought Scour if he doesn't cast anything worth Spell Snaring. Alright. That's just nothing, right? Yeah. That does nothing. Alright. Sure. Naming Giant. Okay. We're definitely going to get this Tasigur in play. Yeah. And we're gonna have Deprive up too, so that's pretty good. Deprive is not good against this Cavern of Souls, but it's fine for everything else he wants to cast. Yeah, we're just getting rid of everything. I mean, Colligan's Command could have been okay. We don't really have a Snapcaster in our hand right now, though. We want to get use out of this Deprive, and it's not going to hit a Titan, so we're going to do that now. It's also possible that we should just get on the board as fast as possible with this Delver, but I think we can wait until next turn when we have a lot of mana. And we can go Delver, Serum Visions, not hold up Deprive because we have the Swamp, but whatever. Yeah, so this is going to be pretty good for him. Man, Amulet of Vigor. Yeah. We're just going to counter that. I'm going to return Swamp to our hand. We know if our opponent gets a bounce land, it's going to be really serious. Let's attack with Tasigur. I'm not sure if our opponent actually has another land, though. I think they've just been drawing them. We have Spell Snare, which is actually really bad against this deck. It's without Summer Bloom. Alright, let's cast this first. It kind of sucks that I want to play Polluted Delta and then get the tapped land right away. Well, I can't do it because it's going to be tapped anyway. Yeah, sure, whatever. Yeah. Man, fetches are terrible against this card. Oh, we couldn't play this anyway because we had to replay the Swamp. That's fine. God. This is such a blowout. What the heck? What the heck? Oh, man. Snake titties. That's freaking weird. That's so weird. This is good art. So is this. And this. Ooh, that's Titan mana, right? No, it's 5. Okay. You didn't tap the next turn is Titan mana. Well, we got Serum Visions. This is like a really bad draw. Yeah. So we're going to attack for 7 this turn, and hopefully... Yeah. Ooh, we got a Bolt. Definitely bottom this. I think top this, because it's going to be a burn spell, and it's looking like it's going to be pretty close, because we're going to hit for 7 here. He's going to go to 9. He doesn't have fetches. It's going to be a 1. If he can't deal with Delver, I think we're going to be okay. Also, making him discard a spell might be good. I'm not really sure against him. Alright, we're definitely attacking, though. Putting him to 9, giving him bolts. Yeah. These cards are all kind of dead right now. This is why I don't like the third Tasigur, is because you end up always drawing a second one. But he's legendary, man. It's a beating. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Pact, Titan. Does he kill us? I don't think he does. I think he gets super, super duper close. And then we have no way to kill this, though. Okay. I'm just gonna bolt him and let him do whatever he wants. If he kills me, he kills me, but I couldn't have stopped it anyway. Because if he attacks with... Oh, I could have just actually not bolted him and let him attack. Because as of right now... I don't think he kills us. No, it's just 16 damage, right? No, it gets vigilance. Oh well. What is this? What is our opponent doing? I don't know what to expect. He can just cast Emrakul, honestly. Like... Uh-huh. Ugh. This is kind of insane, honestly. He puts the knoll back in his hand and then plays the knoll. Oh my god. Look at how insane this stupid thing is. Oh man, this deck's great. This is like the spiciest brew of this deck I've ever seen. Yeah, we just don't know what that is. Okay. So now he definitely casts it. Right? Oh, this is a copy of it? Vesuva? What the heck? So he just gets 2 chances to go really deep. Ugh. Is there like a one of Emrakul in this deck? Explosives on one. Jesus, yeah. That's game. That's game. Oh man. Alright, well, this is what Blood Moon's for. We got a Crumble to Dust. Do we want Counter Squall? Probably. Engineered Explosives looks really good. Brutality is probably good. Kills Azusa and takes something out of his hand like a Summoner's Pact. Ceremonious Rejection seems a little too niche. I like Kolgan's command to deal with the amulets after they're in play, but it seems very hard to actually counter something with this that's not that. I mean, like, I suppose he still has Engineered Explosives in his deck. Yeah, I don't know. Okay. Well, Thoughtseize is great too. God. Surgical, it's great. Alright, it's got Electrolyze. We do want all of the removal for his Titans. We don't really need a Dreadbore. Pyromancer is really bad in this matchup. Deprive kind of looks bad. Normally it's super good, but it looks really bad here. Spell Snare looks really bad here. Push looks pretty bad. This is good, this is good, this is good. We need our fast clock. Do we actually want the Counter Squall? That's an interesting question. Because does it... It counters Pact. It counters Amulet. I don't know. I think I want a hard counter. I think Surgical Extracting a Titan is going to be a big game. I don't know. I don't want to cut more threats. I like the counters. We've got a couple bolts. They're not especially good. Now we don't have a lot of removal for the Zeuses and the Sakura Tribe Elders, though. Or not Elders. Sakura Tribe Scouts. This is a good one. We got Delver on 1 and hopefully a Blood Moon. Unfortunately, I don't know that we're going to be able to... I think we fetch for Island and then play Delver and then see what we can get with this Bloodstained Mire. This is still good, though. I kind of want to get a Swamp with the Bloodstained Mire. Yeah. Our opponent going turn 1 Root Maze was really a beating last game. Yeah. Sure. Oh, yeah, it's a good one. I don't really want to... I don't know. Don't want to fetch yet. I want to see what I can get with... see what I can get off the top of my deck. See if I can play Blood Moon with a Swamp. Yeah, we sort of want to keep up Mana Leak too, though. Yeah. This does have to get all the way. Yeah. We just let Mana Leak. Susa. We don't really want our opponent to play more lands. Question is, do I just fetch for Blood Crypt then? I think we do have to fetch for Blood Crypt, which is awkward. Don't really like doing that. Especially when we have 2 Kolaghan's commands in our hand. We want to be able to cast these. Blood Moon definitely hurts our opponent more than us, but... yeah, okay, okay. Opponent's looking... I don't know yet. I don't actually know. Not sure if this is good or bad for them. We're just going to bolt our opponents. Hopefully this flips. Oh yeah, that's great. Let's see what they got. What do they have that would kill us? They probably just concede right here. Ooh, oh my god, what the hell? Oh, jeez, what? They cast Through the Breach. Through the Breach Emrakul kills us. So we have to take Emrakul. Wow. They're just gonna do it. Man. That is a disgusting sideboard plan. We're absolutely playing this Delver of Secrets. So they can Through the Breach Titan, which looks pretty good. Yeah, or they just drew Emrakul, that'd be pretty good too. Yeah, I was right. They just have an Emrakul in their deck for the Spine Bundle. They did this like 4 times. They must not have hit one. Or maybe they're just trying to hide the Super Cheese. Oh, man. Yep. I don't know if this lets him survive. I'm not really sure. He gets 4 lands. Yeah, okay. Don't really have anything. Okay. Well, our opponent... Man. I sort of want Dispels now. Like, ugh. Manly's definitely still fine. Counterspell's like definitely good then. Collective Brutality, I am very happy about. He has a very diverse game plan. I actually think the surgicals are very good. Maybe they are. Maybe they're just fine. I don't know. Let's try this. We'll throw it back. Our opponent has a very spicy brew. This is kind of not good, honestly. Opponent mulligan. I don't like keeping one landers with one thing. We're on the draw. I think I'm going to keep it. Blood Moon is so solid against him. This is kind of a bad card to have at the end of the Blood Moon. This is a very questionable keep. I don't know if we should be doing this high variance crap, though. Especially since we have no counter magic. I should have mulliganed this. This is just foolish. Yeah. Yeah. Might thought scour my opponent on the off chance that they mill something good of theirs and can surgical it. I think we're going to do that. Primeval Titan. Absolutely what we wanted to see here. Get one out of his hand. Absolutely fantastic. Alright, so we got this. Opponent has... We're going to screenshot this. It says the revealed cards, but I want to know exactly what his deck looks like. We have 3 Root Mazes. Okay, he's got 2 Ancient Stirrings. No green sources, though. He mulliganed once. This seems like a really loose keep for him. Okay, he has 3 Through the Breach, an Obstinate Baloth, Rurik Thar, 4 Emrakul's. I wonder what he exiled with the, I don't know. We'll never know. Click OK to continue. Alright, so I think we're in good shape now. We have a Serum Visions. We don't have a land drop, unfortunately. How many forests does he have in his deck? 2 basic forests. We don't want the 3rd Serum Visions. We're going to top the Watery Grave, though. Watery Grave's kind of bad, but we definitely need a land drop in general. Watery Grave's probably like our worst land right now, actually. But our opponent has nothing, so. Alright. Definitely want the island. Don't really want the... Well, I do kind of want the Thoughtseize. I don't think we can keep it, though. We're going to shock Watery Grave, cast Delver Secrets this turn. Alright, I think we want both of these. Yeah, shock. Cast Delver. Yield until end of turn. All of our red spells are dead. So keeping 2 on top when we have like basically nothing feels really bad. Oh, and he just conceded because I don't know. This didn't seem that bad, but we did Surgical Primeval Titan, so that's why we keep Surgical in. Good games, everybody.